LNG has really emerged in recent months and weeks, especially just as a sort of energy hot topic that I expect to see more of as the 2024 election nears. Democrats have really seized on this issue to sort of strike a contrast between themselves and Biden.
Welcome to Reporter's Notebook, where we talk to the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the stories breaking on their beats. I'm Jim Antle, and I'm joined today by energy and environment reporter Breanne Deppisch. Breanne, the Biden administration keeps trying to do various things to incentivize the purchase of electric vehicles. What's their latest initiative on this front?
Yes, so they actually unrolled some pretty major updates this week. First off was they expanded the existing Inflation Reduction Act 30C tax credit. For those of you that aren't familiar with that, like I was prior to the call, basically that means that about 30% of the electric vehicle charger can be subsidized. This is important to help people build, within like garages and things like that, install chargers in their homes. Most of those are slow, like level 2 chargers. The second piece is really just aimed at shoring up public charging infrastructure. So they announced another $150 million, I believe, of federal funds that would replace and restore existing EV chargers nationwide. This has prompted some questions, however, from folks who have pointed out that the EV rollout has not been going on for that long. So why this massive tranche of funding is needed to already replace or repair all these sort of out of service chargers remains to be seen. But
so EV isn't the only acronym of the day. We've also got LNG, liquefied natural gas. There's been some news on that front.
There has. LNG has really emerged in recent months and weeks, especially just as a sort of energy hot topic that I expect to see more of as the 2024 election nears. Democrats have really seized on this issue to sort of strike a contrast between themselves and Biden. You'll note recent opposition from Senator Jeff Merkley and other Democrats who have called on him to really halt what they see as the rubber stamping of new LNG export terminals. This is amid reports that U.S. LNG capacity is expected to double its current rate by 2030, just underpinned by rising demand from the EU and Asia. Proponents of LNG say we just can't afford to compromise our role in energy security or risk, hurting our allies, which are heavily dependent on U.S. exports after Russia's war in Ukraine.
So even after some U.S. and allied strikes, there's still a lot of concern in the energy sector about what's going on in the Red Sea.
Yes, absolutely. And things just appear to be getting more and more disrupted, I guess. U.S. launched, even wider retaliatory strikes. They expect them to be met with more violence. On the back of that, their shipping firms and analysts have noted that they expect to see disruptions lasting well into the middle of the year, potentially even the end of 2024, depending on how long these escalations last. Crucially, they also threaten other areas like near the Red Sea. Right around there is the Strait of Hormuz, which is the world's biggest oil waypoint for international shipping. And as it is, the Suez Canal in the Red Sea is a really crucial waypoint from east to west. Commodities shipping estimated to really impact European goods and European consumers who, as we've noted, have already been disproportionately hit by Russia's war and energy shipments and things like that. So not a great time, but much of sort of the downward effect remains to be seen.
Is there some concern about energy prices going up?
In the near term, not really. Just depends. I think a shut-in of goods for a couple weeks or longer might have an impact. But for now, it's more just sort of the supply chains and things like that might be affected. Oil prices would require a couple weeks or more of a production shut-in, from what I've heard.
Thank you, Breanne.
Thank you.
You can read Breanne and subscribe to our Daily on Energy newsletter at washingtonexaminer.com.